We are back on the live stream now.
We need something.
Okay, the record should reflect that we're back in open session now.
We need what?
Yes.
Now we need to take it.
We need
We
to vote on the
vote on
board
what we
action.
did, right? Yeah.
Yes, we need to vote on the board action for complaints following closed preliminary hearing.
And if I could suggest some motions to make sure we're complying with Open Meetings Act requirements of stating the
you.
specifics of the recommendations, that would be
Madam
wonderful. Thank you
Perfect.
so much. So on agenda item 2A10, is there a motion to accept the recommendations of the hearing officer and the general counsel to grant all motions to dismiss in their entirety, to deny the complainant's request for sanctions, and to deny the request for leave to amend as futile?
So moved. Second.
Roll call, please.
Ms. Bella Croft,
Yes.
Ms. Craig.
Yes.
Ms. Genovese,
Yes.
Ms. McCrory,
Yes.
Mr. Turbin,
Yes.
Mr. Brett,
Yes.
Vice Chair Donahue.
Yes.
Chair Watson.
Yes,
Motion passes.
thank you. Madam General Counsel, 2A11.
Thank you. For 2A11, this complaint alleges that the name of the respondent committee does not comply with Rule 100.10B5D. The recommendation of the hearing officer and the general counsel is to find that the complaint was filed on justifiable grounds and that the board should issue an order requiring the committee to amend its D1 statement of organization to include the name of the office that the candidates are seeking, and that any future violations of Rule 100.10B5D may subject the committee to a penalty not exceeding $5,000 for failure to comply with the board order.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Ms. Bella Croft,
Yes.
Ms. Craig.
Yes.
Ms. Genovese,
Yes.
Ms. McCrory,
Yes.
Mr. Turbin,
Yes.
Mr. Brett,
Yes.
Vice Chair Donahue.
Yes.
Chair Watson.
Yes,
Motion passes.
thank you. 2A12.
And I think we can do a group motion for agenda item 2A12 to 2A22, that those complaints be dismissed for want of prosecution.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Ms. Bella Croft,
Yes.
Ms. Craig,
Yes.
Ms. Genovese.
Yes.
Ms. McCrory,
Yes.
Mr. Turbin,
Yes.
Mr. Brett,
Yes.
Vice Chair Donahue.
Yes.
Chair Watson.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Proceed, Madam General Counsel.
Thank you. And finally, for agenda items 2A23 to 2A31, the recommendation of the hearing officer and the general counsel is to find that the allegations under sections 9-9.5A of the election code and section 9-10 of the election code were not filed on justifiable grounds, that all of the federal complaints should be dismissed for lack of jurisdiction as they are outside of this board's jurisdiction.
So moved.
Do we have a second?
Yes.
Yes.
Roll call, please.
Ms. Bella Croft,
Yes.
Ms. Craig.
Yes.
Ms. Genovese.
Yes.
Ms. McCrory,
Yes.
Mr. Turbin,
Yes.
Mr. Brett,
Yes.
Vice Chair Donahue.
Yes.
Chair Watson.
Yes,
Motion passes.
thank you. So, next on the agenda is the report of the executive director. I understand that our executive director is at the budget hearings. Mr. Kirk, are you handling this?
Yes, Chair Watson, I am.
You may proceed.
Thank you. Agenda item 3A includes updates surrounding the 2025 consolidated election. Specifically for item 3A1, staff are seeking through board motion and vote authorization to certify the results of the recent Fox Waterway Agency and Fox Water Reclamation District elections. The canvas of these elections are not due to the SB until April 22nd of 2025. Therefore, staff are requiring authorization to certify the results upon receipt and review of the canvas.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Ms. Ballard Croft,
Yes.
Ms. Craig.
Yeah.
Ms. Genovese.
Yes.
Ms. McCrory,
Yes.
Mr. Turbin.
Yeah.
Mr. Brett,
Yes.
Vice Chair Donahue,
Yes.
Chair Watson,
Yes,
motion passes.
thank you.
Thank
Mr.
you.
Kirk?
Yes, Brent Davis, our Director of Elections Operation, is present in Springfield to provide a post-election report for the consolidated election held on April 1st for agenda item 3A2.
Mr. Brent?
He's here.
Yes,
you
good
may
morning.
proceed. Good morning.
Thank you. I have just a quick report from the consolidated election, which was held on April 1st. This was conducted in 107 of the 108 jurisdictions in the state. The State Board of Elections had support staff available from 6 a.m. through 9 p.m. and which included 30 State Board of Elections staff from election operations, voting and registration services, legal, as well as staff from the executive and assistant executive director. And those were available throughout that time period of 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. Since today marks the beginning of the canvassing window for election authorities, today is really the first day that they can start that. We don't have any official results or numbers at this time, but we have been monitoring the unofficial turnout across the state. The unofficial results posted by election authorities are consistent with those from historical consolidated election cycles. The typically low turnout was again the case for this election. While there are some outliers, the turnout averaged to be 18.81% across the state. This number could increase slightly as late arriving vote by mail ballots postmarked by election day will be added to the final totals. Currently, the unofficial reporting reports that the lowest turnout was 8% in Wabash and Williamson counties, and the highest turnout was in Hamilton County with 37.6% turnout. Only 7 jurisdictions broke the 30% turnout level, and 4 jurisdictions had less than 10% turnout. So as is to be expected with low voter turnout and engagement, the number of inquiries we received on election day were very low, and the day was pretty uneventful. Inevitably, we have the standard inquiries or complaints regarding such things as the campaign free zone, poll watcher activities, and polling place and registration lookup. So the day was very typical and quiet. In the time since the election, we have received numerous questions on typical subjects such as processes for discovery recount, procedures for counting late arriving vote by mail ballots, poll watcher observation and access during this time, and appointing officers where there were no candidates or the winning candidate has changed their mind. And the most common question is how to break tie races this time around. So that is what we have been working with since the election. And over the next week, we will receive the official results canvases, which we referenced in the first item from the election authorities. These will be used to prepare the canvas for the offices we certify results and proclaim winners for. These offices include Fox Waterway Agency and Fox Waterway Reclamation Districts 3 and 4, and affects the counties of McHenry, Lake, DuPage, Kane, Will, and Kendall. Our deadline to certify these results for these offices is May 2nd of 2025. Declaring the winners should prove simple, however, since all of the races responsible were uncontested.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Any other questions? Mr. Kirk, you may proceed.
Thank you, Brent. The next item on the agenda is item 3A3, which is on page 64 of your packet. It's largely an informational memo from the voting systems and testing team lead, Erica Christel. Similar to last month's post 2 a.m. report, All jurisdictions that conducted a consolidated election on April 1st reported their unofficial election results by 2 a.m. without any noted issues. Item 3A4 is a memo, again, prepared by Erica Christel, summarizing the voting machine pre-testing that occurred prior to the consolidated election. Testing was conducted in 5 jurisdictions. During testing, staff performed tests to validate compliance with various aspects of Article 22 and 24B of the Election Code and against established best practices. In all 5 pre-tests, staff found no errors in their testing. And I'd also like to thank Erica, John Oldfield, and the testing team for all the work they put into planning, conducting these tests, and being out of the office and away from their families. And I believe Erica Christel is available in Springfield if the board has any questions.
Any questions? Thank you very much, all of the persons who were away from their families with respect to the voting system pre-election testing. We appreciate your work and we appreciate you. Next is legislative update. That would probably be given by Brian Pryor, who is also in the Budget Committee hearing. Is that correct? Do you have anything for us, Mr. Kirk?
I do not, except to note that Bernadette, Brian, and Elena are all currently in that hearing and happy to take any questions you might have or otherwise pass along for follow-up.
Any questions from the board members to be passed along? Let's move on to consideration of fiscal year 26 board meeting schedule.
Yes. Staff are seeking formal board vote and adoption of this schedule as presented. The schedule can be altered in the future if necessary. However, in developing the schedule, staff have considered relevant statutory and election-related events to avoid the need for special board meetings throughout fiscal year 26.
Move we accept the proposed board meeting schedule for FY 20, or no, for fiscal year, starting in July 25 to July 26, June 26.
There a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Ms. Ballard Croft,
Yes.
Ms. Craig,
Yes.
Ms. Genovese.
Yes.
Ms. McCrory,
Yes.
Mr. Turbin,
Yes.
Mr. Brett,
yes,
Vice Chair Donahue,
Yes,
Chair Watson.
Yes.
Motion
The
passes.
Thank you, Mrs. Calvin. The next 3D, 3E, and 3F are informational and are in our packets. Oh, as a matter of fact, all the way to 3G. So that's D, E, F, and G are informational. Is there anything else, Mr. Kirk?
No, they're not. Just happy to answer any questions anyone may have.
Is there any other business? There any comments from the general public at this time? Madam Vice Chair in Springfield,
no, there's no one here.
is there
Public
anyone in Chicago from the general public?
There is no one here.
Move that is there a motion and a second to move to executive session for the purpose of discussing the minutes of the March 8th executive session meeting and pending litigation pursuant to section 2C11, 2C21 of the Opens Meeting Act 5 ILCS 120.
so moved,
Second,
Roll call?
Ms. Ballard Croft,
Yes.
Ms. Craig,
Yes.
Ms. Genovese.
yes.
Ms. McCrory,
Yes.
Mr. Turbin,